So, it's me, your little boy, Ike Samson. I have something authentic and unique for us choosing words today. You know, they have casted themselves a spell in trying to cast evil spell on you. Let me tell you choosing words. This is something that you need to know particularly, about yourself. There are people who are around you because their hope and the reason why they are there is just to cause you frustration. When I mean frustration, is just to cast spell, evil enchantment, evil divination, evil frustration. That is the reason why they are there, to make your life miserable, to make you go through the worst, to make you go through the worst. But they have fully come to make a fool of their own self. They have fully come to make a fool of their own self. So this is something that you need to understand, that a lot of people who intentionally thought that they can easily cast spell on you, cast evil enchantment on you, they have fully come to understand that you are stronger than what they thought they will use, to destroy you. They have fully come to notice that indeed you are not that kind of person that they ought to stand with. You are not that kind of person that they ought to mess up with. You are not that kind of person that they ought to touch. Because trust me, they have fully come to understand that you are stronger than whom they ought to fight with. They have fully come to understand that you are powerful than whom they can rise up against. Their mission and their thought was just to come into your life and mess everything up, cast the spell of backwardness, cast the spell of walking and not seeing the result, cast the spell of losing. Because let me tell you, in life, yes, not everything that occur within us are occur by devil. Not every lust we encounter are caused by devil. There are those whom we caused by ourselves. There are those who occur for the sake of us to become more stronger. But let me tell you, there are people who come into your life. The main aim why they are there is to make sure you lose everything you have, to cast the spell of losing, to cast the spell of damage, to cast the spell of frustration. But they end up casting the same spell on them, because truly they can tell that since they put their hand on you, since they start to rise up against you, since they start to make your life a living hell, since they choose to battle with you, they can easily tell that something is wrong somewhere. Trust me. They may not be bold to tell you publicly, they may not be bold to tell you what is really happening, but something is wrong. You got what I'm saying? But something is wrong somewhere, because they have touched the person that they ought not to. This is why I always tell people, be careful with people who come into your life with smile. Yes, this may sound crazy. Be careful with those people who smile with you and ask you deeper things, secret things that you ought to keep within yourself. For instance, people who come into your life and start to ask you, this your business, how do you do it? Not that they want to learn, because there's difference between teach me how you do it than how come you are growing like this? What is really happening? How do you do it? How come your marriage is going like this? And you may be thinking that they love it. The truth is that not everything you need to let those around you know, because people are there to get information that they will use to cause you pain. Some people are just around you collecting information that they will use to make sure you go through the what difficulties, you go through what situation that you will not even do what expect. So there are people around you that you can tell within you that the reason why they are there is to make you to go through some certain stuff. But rebuke them and bound them. Never you trust never you trust everyone. I'm not saying you should not hope on them, but don't trust people with their smile. Don't trust anyone that tell you, this your marriage is what is going better than mine. How do you do it? Never you trust them. There is a reason why a pot broke. There is a reason why a house starts to leak a water. My father used to tell me that a noise cannot just start if there is no reason, no battle. So everything that occur around you is for a purpose, but be careful, because there are people who are around you to make sure you go through the worst, to make sure they cause you the pain. There are people around you whom their mindset is to be causing you casting spell on you, to make sure you go through what they are going through. Remain blessed.